My name is Demetri Betts, and you're watching Don't Give Up. Today's a very, very serious and a very special episode. It's called Parents. Now, parents, I want you to know that this episode is for you. And if you are a teenager or young adult or whatever, and you're living with your parents, or you're having any problems with your parents, or you want your parents to understand something about you, I want you to go and get them, stop this right now, go and get them, and have them watch this together with you. This is something that you can do together. Or when they come home, or sometime, really have them watch this. Because parents, this one is for you. Now, I don't have any parents. I was born an orphan. And so I was always looking through the windows in relationships with parents and their kids. And so, because people are always coming from school, telling me things. And as older, I became a counselor, counseling parents. And so I always had the outside vision of looking in. I was never caught in my own personal emotions about how I felt about parents and things like this. So I think I have a pretty good view from the outside. And I was always told to write a book. I've wrote a couple of books, but never about parents. So right now I want to share you a little bit of wisdom I have and thoughts and feelings that may make your home a little peaceful, and maybe you can understand your child and your child can understand you just a little better. And I think that's important. I mean, your home, there's war outside the world. There's war in schools. There's war in work. When you come home, that's the one place that you want to feel peace. That's the one place that you want to feel accepted. That's the one place that you want to feel loved, because if you don't have that at home, there's nowhere else for you to go. The kids go to the streets. They go to other people's parents' houses. They make families of their own, of the wrong people, because at home, they don't feel safe. It's crazy, because at home, that's the one place you're supposed to feel safe. Now, I know that you didn't come with instructions of how to raise your children, and parents aren't perfect. And unfortunately, kids, when they see a fault in their parent, they go crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe my dad did that, or I can't believe my mom did this, like they're perfect or something. I mean, you're not perfect. And kids, if you're listening to this, know that your parents aren't perfect. You're not perfect at all. So why expect them to be perfect? Know that they bleed, they have feelings, they get hurt exactly like you do. Now, the problem age between teenagers are between 15 and 18. And what happens is that teenagers are beginning to become adults, and by instinct, they're beginning to want to make their own choices, and they want to say, hey, listen, I'm an adult, I want to be free. It's like a baby bird. A baby bird eventually begins to flap their wings, and they never thought about flying, but there comes a point in their life, they're like, okay, it's time for me to leave the nest, I want to go fly. And that's what happens between the ages of 15 and 18. And they think, hey, you know, I'm becoming an adult, my body is changing, I want to make my own decisions, I want to make my own choices, and this is where the problem happens in the family. Because parents don't want to give up the freedom, and the youth want to have all the freedom. So there has to be a middle ground. Parents, you have to let your kids make some of their own choices. And you have to let them make mistakes. Because if they don't make mistakes, they won't learn from it. They won't. And youth, you have to understand that your parents have this covering, this protection around you. And as you're trying to get freedom, learn to respect them, because you have to respect them, because you are in their house, they do pay for things, and that alone is respect. Parents, your kids are going to be trying new things, they're going to be trying new styles of dress, they're going to be trying new friends. They're searching their way for their adulthood, just like you have. Let them. If you keep them in this bottle, and you keep trying to protect them, and it's like prison at home, they're gonna escape. They're gonna run away. They're gonna make all the bad choices, and then you're gonna have war in your house. And when there's war at home, what's gonna happen? They're not gonna want to be at home. You're not gonna want to come home from work because you're trying to control them. They're not gonna take this control because it's like a baby bird who's ready to fly. It's like riding a bicycle. Before you ride that bicycle, you fall a few times, don't you? You don't just jump on the bicycle, ooh, I can ride a bicycle, it's magical, it's magical. No, you have to fall down a few times with the parent sitting there with the kid, and then finally you let go of the kid, and they learn how to ride on their own. Trust them a little. And even if they broke your trust, parents, trust them again. That's where it starts. And yes, they're going to make mistakes. Yes, they're going to choose the wrong friends. Yes, they're going to experiment in things they shouldn't have. But it doesn't mean that's the way they're going to be in their future. They have to find their own way to be an adult. Let them. Let them. And if you're a godly parent, then pray to God. He'll guide them much greater than you ever could. And teenagers, don't fight with your parents so much. If you've made mistakes, you've been lying, you've been doing all this kind of stuff, of course they don't trust you. So think of a way, talk with them to get that trust back and to start again. It's important. There's nowhere else for you to go but home. Home is your safe place. Take time today and listen to your parents. Listen. And you parents, take time not just to tell your kids what you want them to do. I want you to do this, I want you to do this, or I want you to be this, I want you to be that. But you talk to them and listen to them and let them tell you who they are. They're not you. You created them, but you are not them. Respect each other, forgive each other, and give each other chances. Have peace in the home, because parents, one day your children are going to be parents, and you're preparing them for the way they're going to raise your grandchildren. Think about it. Peace in the home. So many kids are killing themselves because there's no peace in the home. So many parents are leaving their homes because there's no peace in it. Think about it. I love you, and that love will only become stronger. Until next time.